Okay, I wanted to try this out. This is a commentary on the transgender banning of the transgender people in the transgender men in women's sports. Now, I'm not. And we have the people here in the chat, and this is they're talking to something. They're talking about something else, but this is a live feed, and this is going back in time. But I wanted to put this chat here for fun. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this because I have a transgender horn on my head, as you see, and so I wanted to talk about this. I think I am ready. I think I am. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's go. I don't know what they're playing, but yeah.
Thank you very much.
They don't like Kamala.
This is a nice crowd, isn't it? Huh?
It's a nice crowd, yeah.
You've been waiting a long time for this.
We sure have.
So have I.
We sure have.
It's so ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
But here we are. And this doesn't have to be long. It's just all about common sense.
Common sense. That's right.
In a few moments, I'll sign a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time.
All right. That's right. Thank you. Very good. What will they do? What will men do now that they can't, be in women's sports? I don't know. Very hard to. I don't know. It's very, very, very sad. Very sad. So sad. Men are in shambles.
Under the Trump administration, we will defend the proud tradition of female athletes, and we will not allow men to beat up, injure, and cheat our women and our girls. From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Can't beat up women now.
But before
so sad.
Further, I want to share some very exciting news from our military. After years of shrinking force numbers at levels that nobody has ever seen before. 4 years of this we went through.
Never seen before.
Missed recruiting targets every single month.
Yeah.
It was just announced that in December, the U.S. Army had its single best recruitment in more than 15 years.
Well, no surprise. President who likes the military, who likes, men will be supported by men and people who want the military back. There you go.
Every single day, nearly 350 new soldiers enlisted to defend our nation. And they're very, very happy to have done so. We've done lots of interviews, and we asked why this was taking place now, and they just said there's a spirit about our country that they haven't seen in many, many years. And I happen to agree with that.
Yeah.
But it really is clear proof that the spirit is sweeping our armed forces, and we have a great leader in Pete. As you know, we all know Pete.
So we love Pete. Remember Pete?
And so many of our great heroes, and people are starting to understand what hero is all about.
Yeah.
So that is something that is very important. We've gotten the woke lunacy out of our military.
That's right. That's right.
And now we're very importantly getting it out of women's sports. That's taking place very strongly.
That's right. No more corn people in the military.
So in recent years, the radical left has waged an all-out campaign to erase the very concept of biological sex and replace it with a militant transgender ideology. You've heard a little bit about this, haven't you, huh? Just a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Does anybody agree with them?
Yeah.
I think they say yes right here. Female athletes have been
agree.
To the front lines, and men
claiming
to be girls have stolen more than 3,500 victories. That's a lot.
It is.
And invaded more than 11,000 competitions designed for women.
That's right.
Last year, a male cyclist posing as a woman competed in the 800-mile Arizona trail race.
What's this say? Here's a thought for the illegals. Yeah, no, we don't feel sorry for any of these people. Nope. That's enough. We've had enough being bullied by everyone. By the lunatics and the mentally ill. I mean, I'm mentally ill, but, I'm not mentally ill enough to pretend that, illegal immigrants are good or any of that stuff. Or any of these, men being in women's sports doesn't make any sense. Just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why anyone would even support that at all. Except, people who don't think.
It's a very big deal in cycling and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot, doesn't it, huh?
It sure does.
5.5 hours. So, but you have to hear the weightlifting records. You think that's bad? The weightlifting's worse. In 2023, a man in women's power lifting broke 2 world records and outlifted his closest female opponent in one event by 440 pounds.
Yep.
And they continue to defend themselves, Mr. Congressman. You know that, right? They continue to defend themselves. We hope they continue onward because I don't think we can lose a race. This was one of the big reasons that we all won, and it's one of the big reasons that we had a record, a landslide like they haven't seen before, very often anyway. And who could forget last year's Paris Olympics where a male boxer stole the women's gold medal after brutalizing his female opponent so viciously that she had to forfeit just after 46 seconds, and she was a championship fighter.
Yeah.
And actually they had 2 women or 2 people that transitioned, and both of them won gold medals, and they won them very convincingly. But all of that ends today because with this executive order, the war on women's sports is over.
Yeah. Enough. We've had enough. We've had enough. No more weirdos.
Thank you, everybody. Great.
That's right.
Should have been done long ago, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
With my action this afternoon, we're putting every school receiving taxpayer dollars on notice that if you let men take over women's sports teams or invade your locker rooms, you will be investigated for violations of Title IX and risk your federal funding. There will be no federal funding.
Good. Yep. All of that.
So this will effectively end the attack on female athletes at public K-12 schools and virtually all U.S. colleges and universities. I don't think we've missed anything, but if we do, we'll make it up very quickly with an order, and I don't think we will at all. I want to, before we go on, I want to thank so many people that have worked so hard in the political establishment, and they're before me largely, and I think I'm gonna miss a few. It always happens when you do this, but it's just one of those things. But we have many senators here, many governors here, many state attorneys generals here. They're all over the place, actually, I see. Some of them went after me, but they failed.
That's right. We won. We won. The weirdos won.
And they're really friends, and they're friends.
Who elected
of,
this guy?
Sports, that I can tell you. So
look, I would have voted for him.
Where's Marsha?
But there is no point. I'm on the West Coast.
Senator Katie Britt. Thank you, Katie.
Actually, I don't know.
Mike Lee, where's Mike?
I like what he's doing.
Mike. I love his new haircut.
Yeah.
I love that.
Look at
haircut,
it.
Mike.
Mike has the
You
best
just said
haircut.
the hell with it, right?
Yeah.
I
Fuck
think
it.
you look great. Senator Cynthia.
What a nice guy.
Loomis. Cynthia, where are you?
Yeah, Cynthia. I love
Doing a
Cynthia.
good job.
Thank you, Cynthia.
And Roger Marshall.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you,
Roger.
Great.
Everyone knows Roger. Oh, we love
Mark
Roger.
Wayne, Mullen, Oklahoma.
Thank you, Mullen.
I don't know what it is. Oklahoma. I won 77 out of 77 counties. It's never been done. Second was Ronald Reagan.
Wow.
56, right?
Wow, the whole thing.
And Tommy Tuberville, a great coach.
Tommy Tupperville. Got the Tupperware.
You know, his quarterback was named Mahomes. He was a great college coach.
Mahomie,
And,
homosexual,
I said,
you
how good
gay.
was he? He said,
James
you don't want to know
Miles.
how good. He made me into a great coach.
That's right.
He's pretty good quarterback, right?
Pretty good
He's
guy.
very good. He's a good guy, too.
That's right.
So
He's a good
governors,
guy.
We have Governor Glenn Youngkin, Virginia. Thank you.
Glenn.
Good
We
job.
love Glenn. He's the guy.
Bill Lee of Tennessee. Bill, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Tennessee.
Jeff Landry, Louisiana. Thank you, Jeff.
We love Jeff. Uh-oh, what happened?
Very, very poorly.
Oh.
We're 38, 39, and 40 out of 40
Oh,
countries.
okay. Cut out
We're
there.
at the bottom of the pack almost always, or very close to it. That just came out. We're 40 out of 40. And if we move it back to the states, I will guarantee you that if you take Idaho, you take Iowa, you take almost
I don't
any
know
of
what
the
happened.
states that
That's
I'm
right.
looking at right now, they'll be as good as Norway. You have Norway, you have Sweden, you have Denmark. I must say you have China that's very high in the pack, which is no longer, we can say it has to be a small
ridiculous.
area. China is very big, but they do a very good job. But we'll have at least 35 of our states that will be as good or better than any of those countries, and we
Yeah.
have to get it done.
That's right. This guy's kind of interesting. This guy's really
Attorney
interesting.
General Steve Marshall. Steve, thank you very much. Steve, wherever you may be.
How fat? Oh, there you
General
go.
Tim
Everyone's getting
Griffin.
along in the chat
Thank
as
you.
usual.
Thank you.
They're really getting along, aren't they?
Oh, a person who is so wonderful. Brenna Bird, where are you?
Oh, Brenna Bird.
Brenna Bird.
Oh, we love Brenna Bird. Come on down.
Supported me before people wanted to support me.
That's
Brenna?
right.
Wow. Thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciated it. Andrew Bailey, great job.
Oh, Andrew Bailey. There he
Great
is.
stand up, Andrew.
Come on, Andrew.
One of the great attorney generals.
He is.
Thank you very much. One of the
The
greats,
general
really.
of attorneys.
And Jason
To be sure.
Mieres. Thanks,
Jason? Thank you, Jason. Elon for...
And now we get back to our members of Congress, and we'll go quickly, but it's a great group of people. Steve Scalise is right
The
in
greatest
front
of
here. What a brave guy Steve is.
Thank you, Steve.
Steve went through a lot.
Yeah.
And he proved one thing to me, only one thing, that his wife loved him.
Oh.
His wife loves him because I went to the hospital that night and he was not given even a shot, right?
Not even a single
and I was
one.
with him and I was with his wife and she was devastated. She was really devastated. And I've been to, similar situations, not quite as bad, but the wives were not so devastated. And I can tell you, that great wife of yours loves you. So anyway, and what you've done is incredible. The way you've come back, it's, you better.
He's
do it better
like,
now than
what?
before it happened, but nobody wants to go through that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. Tom,
I want to go
you did a
through it. I love
fantastic
going
job.
through
Thank
things.
You, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom.
Great job.
Great job, Tom.
Lisa McLean.
Lisa McClain, come on down.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Good job.
Thank you.
Virginia Fox.
Virginia Fox. I thought that was
Virginia.
what was it? The
Tim
actress.
Wahlberg, Michigan.
Oh, Wahlberg, the actor, Marky Mark.
Jason Smith.
Jason
Great man
Smith.
on taxes. Great man on how are the taxes doing? Okay.
Good
We're
taxes.
going to get good things passed, I hope.
Yeah.
Right? Juan Cisco Maris. Arizona.
Cisco Maris.
Where are you, Juan? Hello, Juan. Stand up, Juan. You look so good. You always look good.
Why do they want
Kevin
one?
Kiley. Kevin.
Why do so many people
Whoever
want
you
people
may
in
be.
jail for
What happened?
if you don't agree
How
with
come we
them?
had no applause?
I like that guy. Come on.
Lauren
good guy.
Boebert. Lauren Boebert.
Lauren.
Very much a leader in this. Thank
Yeah.
you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren. I'm
Kat
sorry.
Kamek, Florida. Thank you, Kat.
400-pound
Byron
blue
Donalds, he's
haired
doing
man.
good.
There you go. That's a tennis girl is. 400-pound blue haired man in a
Good,
dress.
Byron.
I'm a 7,000-pound
Laurel Lee.
elderly man
Thank you.
with green
Great
blue
job.
hair
Anna Paulina.
in a
Luna.
skirt.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Greg Stubbe hit a home run.
Oh, there you go. She got
The
Eddie,
only
I
one that
guess.
hit a home run out of the park.
Out of that
during your
park.
Crazy baseball game, right? I think I will come. I think
good.
I'll come. If you're playing, I'll come.
Do not
Somebody
come.
that's very shy. This is a very shy person.
Do not come.
And but she's trying to.
He's gonna
break
come.
out of it. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene, he said it. Oh, yeah. Good. Fuck them. Fuck the transgender
Victoria
gays.
Sparks. Thank you, Victoria. Great job.
No, look.
Ashley Hinson.
Hey, I like
Ashley,
gay
thank you.
transgender. I am a gay transgender.
Marionette Miller Meeks.
You can't
Good
just
job,
bully
you did.
people
Good
all the
job.
time, all right?
Good job. Mary
This is
Miller.
what happens. You gotta let people be who they are.
Julia Letlow. Hi, Julia. Claudia Tenney from New York. Claudia. Hi, Claudia. Hi. Great job.
Thank you, Claudia.
Nicole Maliatakis.
Maliatakis.
Hi, Nicole. Good. Doing good. I see a great poll with you, Nicole.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Michelle Fishbach.
Palestinian state in
Thank you.
Jordan,
Great-
Egypt, and
great
Saudi
job.
Arabia, because
Ann
that's
Wagner,
Muslim.
Missouri.
They could take their own people. Hello,
Sherry Biggs, South Carolina.
Sherry. Thank you,
Great
Sherry.
job. Nancy Mace. Where's Nancy?
Nancy Mays. Oh yeah, she is something.
Oh, are you a believer in what we're doing, Nancy? Nancy takes it on right from the start, right?
That's right.
Would you like to say something? Would you like to say we're doing the right thing? Good.
Good.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nancy. Stephanie Bice, Oklahoma. Thanks, Stephanie.
Shambles.
Diana Harshbarger.
Harshberger.
Thanks, Diana.
Wait, do you have the? I need to
Good
find
job. Tim Burchett. Tim, I watched you on television the other day. You were unbelievable. You ripped that
Boom.
guy apart. Man, that poor guy, he started getting a little fresh with Tim, and Tim just ripped
that. Oh, he
him.
got fresh with this
I
guy.
actually left a message. That's good. Great job, Tim. That was great. Monica De La Cruz. Monica.
Thank you, Monica De La Cruz.
Ronnie Jackson. Ronnie.
Ronnie, come on,
Dr.
Ronnie.
He's a doctor, a great admiral, and a great congressman, right? Pretty good. He has
Great
insurance.
congressman.
What do you like doing best, Ronnie? Who is the healthiest patient you ever had? You know why I liked him? The fake news asked, so doctor, he had Obama, Bush, and Trump in the White House. He was the White House doctor. And they asked him, who's the healthiest of the three? He said, it's not close. It's Donald Trump. And from that moment, I love this guy.
Love it.
Right? Thank you, Ronnie.
Real guy. Thanks, Ronnie.
Wesley Hunt from Texas.
Oh, it's
Hi,
Wesley. Wesley, he's my boy from Texas. The Texas boy.
Beth Van Dyne.
Beth Van Dyne. Yep, that's
Beth
right.
from Texas. Thanks, Beth. Burgess Owens, a great athlete, NFL star. An
I don't
NFL
think so.
star.
Palestinian built
Ken Kiggins from Virginia.
Higgins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you very much, Jen. I appreciate it. Harriet Hageman.
That's
what
right,
a lawyer.
Harriet Higman.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
One of the best, one of the most talented lawyers
right.
you'll ever see. What
Oh,
she
definitely.
did to her opponent.
People
was
voted for
horrible.
Trump. Let him work. I agree.
Let's
I don't know
see,
if
who
you can
was
see
her
that. Okay, now
opponent?
you can
Let's
probably see it.
Oh, does anybody remember her opponent? We tend to forget.
I remember her.
We forgot that one, huh?
Yeah, no, I forgot her
And, you know,
because she
your
lost.
speaker, I'm going to introduce him later anyway, but your speaker has been fantastic. Stand up, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, let him cook.
What a good man.
Let him cook.
A really good man. Also, some friends of ours, Sage Steele, has been very strong on the issue. Sage, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Tiffany, Justice, Tina, Deskovich, founders of Moms for Liberty, and they honored me, and it was a great honor. And thank you very much, both of you. Thank you. Heather Higgins, Andy Botner, Victoria Coley
That's right.
from Independent Women's Forum. It's a fantastic group of people that fought very hard on this issue. I think everybody in this room really fought very hard on this issue. Kim Fletcher, you know Kim?
Woo! Kim Fletcher.
Debbie, I think Debbie's here. Crew Lidis.
Debbie.
Also Moms of America.
Moms of
And
America.
Penny Lance, of course, CEO of the Concerned Women for America. That is a lot of people. Thank you very much, Penny. Good job you do. That's a lot of people.
That's
Can I
a
give
lot.
You, why don't you hold that? You sell it tonight. So, just to finish up,
wow. No.
directing the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who's, by the way, is doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, Marco. Little Marco. Big Marco now.
In fact, he just left Panama. We're trying to take back the Panama Canal. Little things like that. It'll all happen. But Marco is going to make clear to the International Olympic Committees there, and he's going to make it as clear as anybody can make it, that America categorically rejects transgender lunacy. We want them to change everything having to do with the Olympics and having to do with this absolutely ridiculous subject that we even have to talk about this subject. If you went back 10 years or 15 years and you would move forward and listen to this, you'd say, what the hell are they talking about? This is impossible. But you have people out there, Democrats, that are still totally in favor. They can't win the argument. They can't win a debate. They look like fools, and they continue to go on.
That's right.
And it's okay, because as
Look
long
like
as
me.
they do this and open borders and all of the other things.
They look like me.
Transgender,
That's
everything.
right.
All they want to do is transgender and men playing in women's sports and all of these crazy things. And if they continue, I think we're going to end up.
She has the right
It's
idea.
not going to matter because we're never going to go along.
No.
We're just going to keep winning elections.
Ridiculous. Yeah, we're just gonna win now. Enough.
So when the Olympics comes to Los Angeles, I was responsible for getting the Olympics, and I said, oh boy, this is terrible, because I got the Olympics and I won't be president. And then what happened is that an election, strange things happened in an election. So I missed 4 years, and now I have the Olympics. It was sort of circuitous. It was a circuitous situation. And we also have the World Cup coming, which is going to be fantastic. And we have, as you know, very importantly, 250 years coming. That's a big one next year, so that's
right.
a very big one. But in Los Angeles in 2028, my administration will not stand by and watch men beat and batter female athletes, and we're just not going to let it happen, and it's going to end, and it's ending right now, and nobody's going to be able to do a damn thing about it, because when I speak, we speak with authority.
Thank you. No more bullying from these crazy people.
For the same reason, just to make sure, I'm also directing our Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, who's also doing she's out there with you, Greg, a fantastic job. She's unbelievable. I was watching her riding yesterday on a horse. She was as good as anybody. She's very good. To deny any and all visa applications made by men attempting to fraudulently enter the United States while identifying themselves as women athletes, try and get into the games, maybe where they are unable to get into the games.
Yeah, and I want to say there's just no reason There's just a lot of guys. There's a lot of people who take advantage of situations, and I see this all the time with liberal people, is that they pretend to be good people, but they are always bullying people. They're always telling people how to live their life and how they should act and all this stuff, and they don't do it in their own lives, like how they say equality for everyone and kindness for everyone, but they're always blanketly stating that people who don't agree with them are bullies, and people who don't do what they say. Like for a good example is like someone like Obama, who pretends, or Nancy Pelosi pretends to love, immigrants and poor people, but they live in big rich houses in rich areas that is far away from poor people or immigrants, and they don't care about these people. They just don't. They act like they do, but they don't care about them at all. They don't. They just pretend. Everything's about pretending and lying with these people. It's ridiculous. And also in regards to gay people and transgender people, look, I love gay people and transgender people, and I identify as a corn, but I'm not you can't force people to go along with, you have to say their gender. It's so ridiculous. Nobody has to say anyone's gender. No one has to say anything. Everyone is an individual. Like, just be yourself. Don't be a religion or a political party or a gender. Just be yourself. That's it. And don't bully people into thinking the way you think.
We're honored to be joined today by many incredible advocates for women's sports, including the brave swimmer at the forefront of this battle. And Riley Gaines is a person that I've been watching.
Riley Gaines. There she is. Thank you, Riley. And J.K. Rowling. Thank you, J.K. Rowling, for saying this too.
Riley was a 12-time All-American. Well, that's pretty good. 12-time All-American.
Pretty good.
Who sacrificed countless hours in the pool just for a chance at the title. It's so important to her. She gave up everything and just gave everything she had. But then the league forced her to share a spot on the podium with a male swimmer who took her trophy while the media celebrated this stolen glory. And
I remember.
Is just a tremendous athlete, and it was a very unfair situation.
Ridiculous.
I watched it. A lot of people watched it. It was ridiculous, frankly. But I want to thank Riley. She really has been in the forefront. People that aren't that well versed in this would say that she was the leader. And great job, Riley. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Riley.
And also with us is another great champion for women, Peyton McNabb. In high school, Peyton was a rock star athlete. Where's Peyton?
Good job.
Where is Peyton? I like Peyton. Nice to see you. Good job.
Good job, Peyton.
Good job. Looks like a good athlete to me. In high school, Peyton
The
was a rock star athlete preparing for a future in college sports. But in one volleyball match, a much taller and stronger male spiked the ball right in her face, knocking her unconscious, partially paralyzing her right side and leaving her with a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
And Peyton said it was 100% avoidable if only my rights as a female athlete had been more important than a man's feelings. And we can't let it happen. And it's not going to happen.
Enough.
Not going to happen anymore, Peyton.
No.
It's not going to happen.
The American people voted for this. Remember that.
Good. That's good. Thank you. We're also pleased to be joined by many incredible leaders on this issue. And as I mentioned before, Speaker Mike Johnson, and he has been so strong on this issue because he's a man of common sense. I mean, it really is. It's common sense more than anything else.
It really is.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job in everything.
That's all it is.
He's got the easiest job of any politician in history. He's got the nicest, like 200 and almost 20. It sort of varies between, depends on how many people I take from my administration. It goes up and down a little bit, but I promised I won't take any more. I just wanted to see how good he was. I was testing you. And we have some great people, but he's filling them up rapidly. He had some big wins the other day.
True.
Big wins the other day.
That's a good point, actually.
You've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much.
Come on, Muslim countries. Go and help your Muslim friends, right? Go help them.
And also the
what are you doing?
Of, members of
Don't
the
pretend.
House and Senate and governors, attorney generals, so many people, and the people outside that
Pretend.
can't even get in. This room is packed. And, I offered to build a ballroom. I'm very good at building ballrooms. I build beautiful ballrooms. And I actually offered to build a ballroom for the White House. I was going to build it right there. This was going to be the reception room. And then I was going to build a beautiful, beautiful ballroom like I have at Mar-a-Lago, as beautiful as it can be. It was going to cost about $100 million. I offered to do it, and I never heard back. I offered to do it to the Biden administration, very active administration.
Yeah.
They didn't hear back, and I said again and again.
That most active.
The top people, and they just didn't know what to do. They sort of said, "This is good," but they had no idea.
No, they were
I'm
asleep.
to make the offer to myself,
Yeah.
because we could use a bigger room.
Yeah.
Right, Marshall? We could use a bigger room.
Why not? We don't need the tents.
President, would you like to build? Yeah, I would. We could use at the White House. It would actually be a beautiful addition. It's going to cost nothing. I'll spend the whole thing myself. We'll do a big, beautiful room, but we could use it at the White House. You know what they do when they have a big ceremony? They put up a tent.
That's right.
And somehow I think we've outgrown the tent stuff, right? Don't you think? So we'll see if they can. We'll see if Trump will approve it. But the actions we're taking today are the latest in a sweeping effort to reclaim our culture and our laws from the radical left crusade against
this guy drinking?
Biological reality. On day one, I made it official, and I'm making it official policy of the United States government that there is, two genders. We have two genders. What might they be?
Oh, I see.
Man and woman.
And woman,
right?
yeah. Male
and
female. That's right.
Male and female.
Can you believe that? Can you believe?
Can't think of too many others. But, it's pretty amazing.
Corn.
Rescinded federal
Please.
funds to, and this is so important, to any program that promotes transgender ideology using taxpayer dollars. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
Nice. Good.
And last week, I effectively banned the chemical castration and surgical mutilation of minor children.
Obviously, without a doubt, that's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Like, how are you supposed to make choices before you're even an adult? And most adults don't make good choices anyway.
Can you believe I even have to say that?
Right.
I banned governor. I
Can you
banned.
believe?
That's
Ridiculous.
just like, who would ever think we have to even say that?
It is so
Last week
stupid.
I banned. Every day we're ending the extremism of the last 4 years. We have other things that are just as ridiculous, not having to do with the subject, but just as ridiculous. Open borders where people are allowed to pour in from all over the world, from jails and prisons and mental institutions and insane asylums,
Right.
people that are very sick, people that are very evil, killers, murderers. Many
True.
of them murdered more than one
This
person.
is true. No.
And
This
we have to justify the
definitely
fact
true.
that we're moving them out. We are moving them out in tremendous numbers. Tom Homan and Christie are doing
That's
a
right.
fantastic job, and the governor.
Well,
and
I don't know,
other
actually.
governors too.
Could still happen.
But
I don't know.
that we have
Probably
to
not.
even fight for this stuff is just incredible. And the media doesn't want to talk about it because it's nothing they can talk about. It's just they just don't want to really talk very much about it. Serious problem, but we're doing a great job, and the people understand, and that's why we won in a landslide. You know,
That's
it's they made it easy, and at some point, we have to hope they do come around because we can never let this happen again. What's happened to our country, we can never let this happen again.
Yeah. Crazy.
So we are restoring sanity and common sense very simply to our government. We're defending the rights and safety and pride of the American people, including our great, great, great female athletes. What athletes you are, too. Tell you.
Congratulations. Women can be free again to be women. do their women
And,
things.
you know, I'm not allowed to say this politically. It could end my career. They're really beautiful
Uh-oh.
people. These are beautiful people.
Uh-oh.
But you know, like everything else, it's a little bit different today. You're not allowed to say that because if you call a woman or a girl beautiful, that's the end of your career.
That's right.
Let's take a chance on it, Mike. Let's take a chance. So I want to thank everybody for being here. It's fantastic. And this is sort of a big, big day. It shouldn't have even been necessary to take place. This started a long time ago, and we ended it today.
I'm
going to sign the executive order right now, and everything I said will go into effect immediately, okay?
Thank you. Finally. Let's end this once and for all. I mean, this happened a few hours ago, but we're going to end it again. Because I wanted to cover this, because I'm a corn gender, and I don't force it on anyone. They can call me a woman or a man,
if you'd like to gather
or whatever.
I think I'm going to be okay.
Come on, let's do it.
Secret Service is worried about them. If we have to worry about them, we have big problems. You want to do this? Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens. Okay.
Get your own sports trend. Yeah, they need a transgender.
This is, huh, Governor?
To be fair,
Ready?
they need a transgender. Where did it go? Here.
I want to make this a really good signature.
Yeah, the best signature there.
This is a big one, right?
It is. They need a transgender a league, to be fair. That'd be interesting.
Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
Yes. Good job. No more bullies. Now you have to be transgender and not be recognized. You just have to deal with it.
Now you're going to go out and win those events. Right?
That's right.
Nice to see you all. Great going, everybody. Thank you, kids. Here, take a pen. I'll give some of these.
A pen for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Where's Riley?
President Trump signing the executive order there with girls and women of sports from across the country and signing that, and now talking to the group that came, about over 50 members there, guests of the White House and President Trump. And with that signature, the executive order now in effect. We always got you covered here.
Well, there you go. And that's it. I just want to talk about that. I thought that was really interesting because, I think, we need to stand up for ourselves. We need to stop letting people bully other people. We need to stand up for the rules. Men shouldn't put on a dress and be able to go in another sport or do anything else. If you're born a man, you're a man. If you're born a woman, you're a woman. That's good enough. If you want to be called anything else, that's fine. But you can't tell people. You can't force people to believe. You can't tell others that they have to say that you're transgender or whatever you are. It's just like, if you're transgender, fine, but you don't have to force it on other people. And I feel bad. There's some transgender people who don't bully people, don't go around doing this. It's just these crazy people who've made it a big deal, and now there's a lot of people who are stuck with this, this shadow. It's like when I was homeless. People thought I was a drug addict. They thought I was a criminal, all this other stuff, because I was homeless, and that's how it is. When you get stuck with a group, then people just think you're a bad person if you're part of a group that's deemed bad by society, and that's just how it is. It's sad, but that's how it is. But we have to stand up for ourselves. We can't let other people bully us, and that's good. I'm glad the American people have spoken, and there it is. That's it. I just want to talk about that. There you go.